Miami real estate should be local. If your realtor can't show your real estate in a golf cart, this is probably not the neighborhood they specialize in.
Welcome to Miami's Community News. It is National Mosquito Control Awareness Week, and so here we are again. My name is Michael Mut. I'm the Administrative Officer for Miami-Dade County's Mosquito Control Division. I'm really pleased to be joined with another great set of professionals, the people that actually do the hard work. I get to have all the fun doing this sort of thing. They actually do the work. So we're here to have our Mosquito Roundtable Part 2. So with that, I would like to introduce our special panelists. I guess to my left, we'll start with the gentle lady. Please state your name and your position.
Hi, good morning. Michelle Jackson. I'm a clerk at Mosquito Control.
Chalmers.
My name is Chalmers Vasquez. I'm the research manager of Mosquito Control.
And finally?
I'm Darrell Cochran. I'm a supervisor for Mosquito Control.
Thank you all. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me. I know this isn't part of your normal day to day. I know this isn't. Some of you don't really enjoy this as much as I do. So I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for getting us on the spot.
Yeah, putting you on the spot. Hey, it's Friday, right?
It is Friday.
Yeah. So
you're right.
Okay, well, we'll start with my favorite question to ask of everyone. How did you come to work in mosquito control, Michelle? How did this all begin for you?
Okay, well, I applied for a position with the agency 2016. I had an interview and I temped at Mosquito Control for 1 year, and then I became permanent 2017.
Right.
Doing administrative work during Zika, service requests, entering the data on the system, helping out with the maps, and assisting with the office work.
Right. So what were you doing before? Was it kind of similar work, administrative work?
Yes, I just came to the United States of America in June, and I started working at Mosquito Control in August. So my first time working in America was at Miami-Dade County Mosquito Control.
That's amazing. And your position as clerk, you sort of do a little bit of everything.
Yes, I do.
You're the birthday cake lady.
Yes, I do. The potluck, Christmas parties.
Like the tuck stop shop.
We have a little shop where we do a birthday cake for each employee.
That's nice.
Every month, and I sing happy birthday, $3.99 cake from Publix.
I love that chocolate. I think you know that too. You
Yes,
never forgot.
I do.
But yeah, you're sort of the position that I like to call the glue position, where you sort of assist everybody. I know you've been very helpful for me many times over, and I know that you do assist other positions too. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, Michael.
Right. So Chalmers over here, you are our elder statesman, and I mean that in the best sense of the word. There, you've been with the division the longest. Why don't you tell us how you got started?
Yes, I have. I've been with the division for 30 years.
That's amazing.
So it's a long time. So I'm the dinosaur.
No, you're the wise. The wise older.
I went to school in Mexico, so I had a background in entomology.
Okay.
So I started working in Miami, something similar. That was pest control companies.
Okay.
I cannot say names here. So.
No.
So the position as entomologist opened with mosquito control. So I applied, I got the job, and I've been here ever since. I've been through different changes. I was the director of the program at some time.
You survived all those changes.
Yeah. And then I was the operation manager when they offered my current position was the research manager. And now I'm wearing two hats. I'm being the research manager, and I'm the acting operations manager. So it's been a bumpy ride. It's been a lot of fun, but I'm happy for what I did. But I'm so grateful that I have a job with the county. And,
yes, same here.
And I think that's a great thing. We went through so many things. Something to talk about is the Zika outbreak. What put us on the map around the world.
Yes,
and I was so happy to be part of that campaign to stop the Zika transmission in Miami-Dade County. So that was a great accomplishment in our job and all the individuals who participated in that.
It definitely was, and I'll always appreciate not just the knowledge that you gain from that, and all the knowledge that you've acquired prior to that, but you did lead the response for the county. And
I was the director of the program at the time, so it was me that they wanted to do the the job, get things done.
Right.
Of course, we had a help of Center for Disease Control and Prevention. We also had help from the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services.
Right, the Florida State Department.
State Department. Right. Okay. And then there are several agencies with the county that got together to confront the situation.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. It was exhausting.
Yes.
But it was very gratifying at the end that we managed to control the situation with Zika transmission in Miami-Dade County. Yes.
Yeah, we did. I don't know if you guys know this, but the reason I have this job is because of Zika.
Likewise.
Right. There wasn't a dedicated public information officer for the Mosquito Control Division before Zika. And then, so I owe this job to a virus, believe it or not.
Likewise.
Yeah. The Zika outbreak was a big eye-opener for the leadership.
Yes.
They realized that mosquito-transmitted diseases in this area of the United States is a big problem because the traffic of people from different countries.
Right.
Miami is a hub for many things.
Yes, it is.
So they decided to increase the budget and increase the number of employees. So our program grew in a great manner.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, and I certainly hope the budget stays that way and that people do continue to consider mosquito control an essential service because, as you said, Chalmers, we are the gateway. We're the gateway to the Americas.
Exactly.
And our, fortunately and unfortunately, tourism is what fuels a lot of our local economy. So we all saw what the threat of that during Zika.
Yeah, I think county authorities, they learned something with the Zika outbreak, and they understand that mosquito-transmitted diseases are not history. They're re-emerging in many areas of so because of transportation or because of the globalization, you know, Michael, that we receive a number of requisitions from the Department of Health, people who come infected to this area with different mosquito-transmitted diseases. So we need to be on alert about that. As a matter of fact, as we speak, Miami-Dade County is on the medical alert.
Yes.
Because of the number of dengue cases, presumptive dengue cases, travel-related, that we have received in the last 4 years. So this is something that we cannot drop our arms and say, it's fine.
Right.
Even if we don't see that many cases or we don't have a real outbreak, but we know that can happen anytime.
Right. Yes, and that's Chalmers Vasquez, ladies and gentlemen. Institutional memory, institutional knowledge. We really appreciate you. So speaking of another person who's been around for quite a while, Darrell, you're almost here 20 years. How did you get to the division? How did you come to work with us?
I started back during the Zika.
Where were you before?
I was in the Home Chemical Collection Center.
Okay.
When Zika happened, I came over to assist with the vendors that we had working, just to make sure that they were doing their jobs properly. They had chemicals, and then later on, I transferred over to mosquito control. I started as a surveillance technician, worked there for 5 years, and then the position came available. I applied for the supervisor's position and got that position.
Great. Yeah, so I remember you were definitely a big part of the environmental tech team, the teams that these are the individuals that set the traps and they retrieve them, and this information is vital to what we do. So that's it's great that you came through there.
Yeah,
that you have. Yeah,
I was the first when they created the position. I was one of the first people in to set traps.
That's great. That's amazing. So yeah, let's stick with you, Darrell. So what is your day-to-day like?
Well, I get there in the morning. I make sure the inspectors get the chemicals, their equipment, their PPE, everything they need to complete their tasks for the day. Once they're out, I go out and do special inspections, or I go and do site visits with my employees to make sure that they are up to date with the techniques and the new any new procedures that are coming out. Make sure they're doing their job properly. So throughout the day, I could be anywhere from Homestead all the way up to Aventura.
Wow. You cover the entire span of the county.
Yes, it's where my the inspectors are at. So I go to see the inspectors.
Right. So you're there to kind of keep an eye on things and also provide support whenever
Yes.
necessary. And I know that you, along with our 2 other supervisors, you sometimes get the special assignments.
Yes, we'll get the special assignments. Just customer complaints.
Right. Conflict resolution and
Right.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. You really are like that second line of service that we provide our residents, where sometimes we need to escalate issues where we have mosquito problem and maybe we can't identify right away where the issues are. So I appreciate having a team of supervisors that we can assign and kind of give that next level of service. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So Chalmers, what is your day-to-day like?
Well,
research manager?
At this point, I'm supervising the 2 section of the operations itself, and surveillance section.
You're wearing 2 important hats.
Right. Yeah. It is. So the surveillance section is very important because we need to know how to gauge the mosquito population in this county.
Right.
So we deploy a number of traps on a weekly basis.
There's 300.
There's 360 at this point.
360. Wow.
And that doesn't include the trap that we set up for requisition from the Department of Health.
The suspected and confirmed disease cases.
And locally confirmed mosquito-borne diseases, especially dengue at this point.
Yeah.
And what I need to do is to make sure we have everybody has the tools that they need to do the job. That's one part. That's part of the section. We have a lab section that is run by one of our biologists, and she makes sure through me that we ordered all the materials and the equipment that they need. So we need to make sure of that. The operation part is the same thing. We need to make sure they have all they need to provide the service that we provide to the community, to the taxpayers.
Yes,
we are our bosses. They're the one who pays our salary.
Right. Delivering excellence to our bosses. Excellence. Every day.
That's the main point of this.
Right.
Of course, it's preventing mosquito diseases transmitted in our community, which will be very costly to the community. We were alerted with World Cup games in 2016. And we are monitoring, especially in some places, the mosquito population at this time.
Right. There's so many people gathered downtown for the festivities that are ongoing, the watch parties, and then the actual matches taking place at the stadium.
There's people coming from all over the world.
Yes.
So we don't know. Somebody might introduce the virus to the community, and then we have a problem. But we are on top of that.
So important.
We are making sure that doesn't happen. It doesn't mean it might not happen. It could happen.
Right. We won't know until we know.
Exactly.
But that's what puts a very fine point on our surveillance.
But we are doing everything possible to prevent that situation.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's good to know that.
Yeah.
Good. So Michelle, tell me what your day is like.
Very hectic sometimes.
Yes.
I work closely with the GIS team, which is Geographic Information System. I assist with the monthly report for the directors or Mr. Chalmers Vasquez surveillance team. I also help with the day-to-day activities for maps. If they need maps for reports, I'll do maps for director and the surveillance department. I do data entry for the counts for the surveillance. When they go out, get the traps, they count the mosquitoes, I enter those on the system. I troubleshoot iPads.
Right.
If the guys are outside and their iPads are not working.
They freeze or they don't refresh correctly.
Yes, I troubleshoot with that. I also works with the ITD section of ordering new iPads for our inspectors and our surveillance team.
Right on. And I know that you've been a very big help to me when it comes to managing inventory. Because we do have a number of printed materials that we keep in the office to be able to distribute, not just at events, but through some of our inspectors. And Michelle's very helpful in keeping an eye on the inventory and helping me to reorder them before they run out, which is the ideal situation.
Yes.
Right. So I appreciate that.
Michelle's a lot of help.
Yes,
She helps everybody.
Yeah.
Equally.
I'm just doing my job. Thank
She
you.
harasses everybody equally too.
Yeah, the
she
equal
goes both
opportunity
ways.
harasser. Right? Yeah. So tell me, Michelle, what is your favorite part of the job? What is it you do that you love the most?
Assisting everyone in the office. I enjoy it.
Being the helper. Right?
Yes, I like helping.
Look for the helpers. Right?
I like helping. I like assisting, and to know that at the end of the day, I can assist someone and they appreciate it.
That's
And
nice.
I love my birthday club because I love to sing happy birthday.
Yes, you do. You've got
And
quite the singing
asking for
voice.
money.
Yeah, right. Harassing people on payday,
Yes.
especially.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. No, I didn't mention what my daily routine is like, but it doesn't really change. It changes actually. It doesn't really stay the same. So I get to do this sort of thing. Sometimes I'm out doing events. Sometimes I'm in the office, writing, or right now. This time of year, I'm doing a lot of posting to social media, especially during a week like this, National Mosquito Week. And given the amount of truck spray treatments that we're doing a lot of processing of maps, and this is definitely my favorite part of the job, is doing this sort of thing where we're communicating. Right, I'm a communicator. I'm a trained journalist, by trade. So that this sort of question and answer thing, I enjoy. I enjoy dealing with the media the most. Chalmers, what do you like best? What gives you the most satisfaction?
To be honest with you, I don't have anything specific that I like. I like everything I do.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have not be here for 35 years.
Right. You would have retired a while ago.
Yeah, would have gone somewhere else.
Yes.
But I enjoy every part of the operation. That's whether in the research section or the operation sections. One thing that I don't like is writing somebody's performance evaluation.
Yeah.
That's a torture for me.
Yeah.
But
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I think you can relate there. I see that look. What is your favorite part of the job?
Well, me is the mosquito control. Everybody in mosquito control. I look at it as a family. We all get together. We do events. But everybody in mosquito control works kind of as a family. That's the aspect I like about it. When I came over from during the Zika, I noticed it, and it's like that kind of told me this is where I need to work, because everybody worked together. Everybody, you have your issues, and everybody, but just like a family, you work through them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's the one thing I like about mosquito control itself.
Yeah, it's definitely tight knit. It's definitely I feel that it is one where there's a lot of love and respect, amongst the people. And yeah, you're gonna have disagreements, but I think we always find a way to talk through them. And I personally feel very connected to everybody. I one of my flaws professionally is I tend to take things personally sometimes. So when we get a complaint,
everybody does.
Yeah, but no, when we get a
some
complaint, yeah, but I think I'm guilty of it. I know my flaws. I think when we get a complaint about one of our inspectors, I kind of get a little defensive. I'm like, hey, that's my guy you're talking about here.
Yeah.
And I know everyone, pretty much on a personal level, and I know the type of work that they do, and I know the passion that goes into it. So I've come to appreciate that, and to what you're saying, Darrell, I really do feel like it is a family.
And that applies to the level state, the national state, and the global state.
Yeah.
Because you see those close-knit association of the American Mosquito Control Association,
Yes.
the Florida American Mosquito Control member, and people who come from abroad to those meetings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cooperation. There's a lot of understanding among these.
A lot of
groups,
respect.
a lot of respect.
Yes. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that way about my Florida Mosquito Control Association people. There's a family and people. There's a close-knit network that I've thankfully been able to develop, and on the national level too. I did speak to Murray Parent from the Metro Mosquito Control District in Minneapolis. Yeah, he was a super interesting guy, super funny guy. I learned something about him. He's got a theater background, which is what I think helped him. It's one of the things I saw about him, and that he's very engaging very comfortable in public speaking, which is something I think we can all, use. But that was something I would not have known unless I'd have, because I went to Portland and I met him there. That's one of the things one of the connections that led to where we were. And I know we're getting towards the end of the interview session here, and this is one question I didn't list, but why don't we go around and why don't you say something about yourself personally away from work that you enjoy doing? Maybe give somebody a sense of who you are.
Well, I'm a homebody. I prefer being at home with my wife. I don't do much.
I know you enjoy fishing. I know we've had that conversation.
I fish, I hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I get a chance, I try to get on the water.
That's nice.
Do some other activities. I bowl a little bit. I haven't bowled in a while.
Hey, wait, how did that go last week? Because I was out of town. Were you part of the mosquito team?
Yes, we were.
How did we do?
It was fun.
It was fun.
Did we quiet those people in HR or at trash?
Yes, we did. We won HR off the record. Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did.
All right. they were teasing us quiet. Good-natured ribbing.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for sharing that. Chalmers, something about you that maybe people would know unless you...
Yeah, well, I'm happily married. I have 3 daughters and 2 granddaughters.
Right, in Minneapolis, right?
They have
Minnesota?
In Minnesota, one of the granddaughters and 2 daughters.
Okay.
The other daughter is here and the granddaughter is here as well. I enjoy being around, and I'm looking forward when I retire next year, spending a lot more time with them.
Yeah.
But,
that would be nice.
I used to be more active and doing outdoors activity. I don't anymore. I don't feel like it. I want to be home.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Big football fan, right?
I'm a big football fan. That's right.
All right.
I follow some of the European leagues and sometimes the Mexican league. I like my team. You asked me, is the United States of America.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
USA, baby.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Michelle, I know you also are a football fan.
Yes, I am.
Soccer.
Something else maybe you wanted to share that you're about? And then we have a couple of family men here.
Okay,
you do have a family
Yes,
yourself?
I do. I have a son and a daughter, 2 grandkids. They live in the UK. I love to sleep.
Yes. It's almost nap time, right?
Yeah, I do go to bed early and I love to stay home and sleep a lot. And I'm just grateful and happy to be alive.
Yes.
I've been going through health problems and I'm just happy that I'm okay and I'm here and I give God thanks.
Yes.
Positive thoughts.
Yes, we're very thankful for that.
And I want to thank all my mosquito family for being there for me when I was ill.
We always will be.
Yeah, thank you.
It's something, a little fact about me, maybe you guys have already seen. Those of you who have watched this segment before, I am a musician. That's a thing I do on the side. I'm a bass player and a singer, and I that's part of who I am. I can't get away from that. I definitely, I think I would be a different person if I didn't have music in my life. I'd probably be a lot less interesting, I think. More boring. I'm probably a bit more subdued, but I think that's one of the things you guys like about me, right? I'm a little off the beaten path. But yeah, I again truly appreciate your all of your time. I'm thankful for all of the work that you guys do. It being National Mosquito Control Awareness Week is a time that's even more important to acknowledge that. So I thank you guys again for all you do. Thank you all for joining us. And for those of you who are watching or will come across this video in the future, we appreciate you guys watching. If you want to learn more about our division, I encourage you to go to miamidade.gov/mosquito. Please follow us on social media at 305mosquito. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram and Twitter X. So until the next time, I urge you guys to drain and cover, drain any standing water that you find on your property to prevent breeding, and cover your skin with either clothing or repellent to protect yourself from bites. And remember, fight the bite. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.